All right, girls and boys, we have to go review the quiz that was you were given on Tuesday. All right, so here's a little quick video on the quiz. So first off, we have Gavin has 1,094 toy building blocks. Period. Stop. Avery only has 816 toy building blocks. How many more building blocks does Gavin have? Well, what I did is create a tape diagram first, okay? So what I did here was show on my workspace Gavin's 1,094 building blocks, okay? Just like you see there. Then underneath it, I put down Avery only has this amount of building blocks, okay? So that's Avery's amount. What we need to know is how many more Gavin has. So we needed to know this amount. So if I take this and subtract it from 1,094, I end up with 278. So in my Google Classroom, I should have written down Gavin has 278 more building blocks. Okay? All right, the second one is here, the second problem. Now this is a two-step problem. All right, and this problem involves all addition. Okay, so let's read it and discuss it. There were 22,869 children, 49,563 men, and 2,872 more women than men. So this is the amount more than men. So I got to add those two together to find out women. At the fair, how many people were at the fair? So that's my question. How many people were at the fair? So what I want to do right off the bat is start drawing my tape diagrams, okay? So what I did here is the very first sentence says there were 22,869 children. So right away I made a tape that says 22,869. Okay, so I have the children are all accounted for. Then the men were 49,563. I drew a bar or tape diagram to represent the men. And then it says 2,872 more women than men. So another bar for women that I have to take the same total for men and add an extra 2,872. So this was the two steps. First, I had to find out how many women, okay? So I added these up and got 52,435 women right here, okay? My second step was to actually answer the question, which is how many people were at the fair? So I had to add up my children, my men, and then finally the women, which we found out here. And my answer was 124,867 people were at the fair. Okay, and that's what I wrote on my Google Classroom. And then the last question was this. And this was a three-step problem. 3 steps. And some kids in my class had to go on to the back of their page to finish the work, okay? Which is completely fine. All right, so here we go. Number A is 4,676, period. Great, we know what number A is. So I know what my first piece of tape is gonna be. Second one, number B is 10,043 greater than A. Okay, so it's that much more than A. So B is those two combined. And then number C is 2,610 less than B. So I got to subtract this amount once I find out what B is. But the question asks, what is the total value of the numbers A, B, and C? So that's where I want to start, right there at the tape diagram. So here's my tape diagram. So number A is 4,676. So I wrote that down on the tape and labeled it A. B is 10,043 greater than A. So for B, I drew another tape diagram with 4,676, same as A, but then added 10,043 to the end. Okay, so I need to find out what that is together. Then C is this whole thing subtracted 2,610 because it's 2,610 less than the total of B. So I can't do C until I find B. So there's my step one. Let's add those two together to find B. So I added them up and came up with 14,719. So B is 14,719. So now I got that. Step two is to find out C. So for C, I needed to subtract 2,610 from B, which was 14,719. And that answer came to 12,109. So now I know what C is. It's 12,109. Now here's my third step. I need to add all the numbers up. A, B, and C. So A is 4,676. B was 14,719. And C is 12,109. Add all those up, I get 31,504. So the total value of numbers of A, B, and C is 31,504. Okay? A lot of you did great on this, all right? A lot of you got partial points, all that kind of thing, but overall, I was pretty impressed with how you did, okay? So good luck with today's lesson. I'm going to split today's lesson into two parts, all right? So we're going to start it on today and then do it, finish it up on Monday, all right? Good job, boys and girls. See you in a bit.